about something that really went under the radar this weekend. Three-time Olympic champion. This is giving me Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar vibes. Three-time Olympic champion Gable Steveson, 6'1", 285 pounds, signed with WWE. His brother also signed with WWE. He's a three-time Olympic champion. He was in the Olympics this year, and he went on Twitter and he joked about going to WWE, and then he posted a picture with Vince, and it turns out he really signed. I don't know too much about this guy. I've done light research. I got to do more research. I got to be honest. But from the light research I've done, very, very legitimate athlete. This is a bigger deal than I think is getting attention, in my opinion, because this guy's young. He's a real athlete. He has that aura already that Kurt Angle had when he won his gold medal. This is the shoot fighter that could come over in WWE, and I'm just really interested in what he does, because he got that size that Vince loves, and obviously he got the background and he got the look. So, man, have you heard about this guy? And you think WWE could kind of strike gold with similar to how they did with Kurt Angle?
I haven't heard about it, but it's all about how he picks up work. You know what I mean? Because that was the great thing about Kurt.
Brilliant thing about him.
Man, right away, and he turned into like one of the top roster. Like even Lesnar. You know what I mean? That character presence that he was playing, he did it kind of better than anybody else we've seen do it at that size. Like that bully, unstoppable, Drago type of character. So if he can come in and just, understand the fundamentals of being like a promo or a character presence type of person, they'll probably be like one of the best guys on the roster, because he already has the rest and he already has the experience.
And he's 21. He's 21. I mean, not a lot of guys get into the business that young these days. I think a lot of people kind of get in a little older, and the fact that he's 21, fresh out the Olympics, I just think the theme of this episode is kind of the future, because it's like, I just think that is awesome for the future. I think when they mold them and get him done and through with the Performance Center, and he's able to pick up the business a lot more. Like you said, the key is going to be the character stuff, because he's athletic, he has size. I'm sure he could pick up the moves easily, but it's going to be about packaging the right character, the right energy on the microphone, the right voice. And you know what? We're hearing all these, we're hearing Vince McMahon wanting to go back to the old way. In fact, apparently Vince McMahon, said no more signing indie wrestlers, no more signing the 5'8", 190 guys. He's looking for a lot more of legitimate 6'2" and up and 220 and up guys. And you know what? I think this is going to be really, really great for the business, because I think Vince is looking at it like these 5'8" guys, like, don't get me wrong, he's been able to create a couple gems out of it, like Daniel Bryan and Punk and AJ. But I think he's realizing that at the end of the day, when you try to sign those type of indie darlings, they have the mentality of, I'm trying to run away and go everywhere. And I think he's realizing we got to go back to emphasizing our own homegrown. We're going to build our own homegrown stars that are larger than life. And honestly, I think historically that's what works. That, getting guys that you if you see them at the airport, they stand out. You can't help but notice them. They got the size. They got the it factor. one thing I know Raw has had its issues, but one thing I'm liking about it is you're seeing nothing but size and guys that look believable, though. That's one thing I think they're not getting credit for. Most people that's on television these days look believable. Sheamus, Drew, Damian Priest, they had a crazy triple threat on Raw. I think that was the match of the week. You got Keith Lee, you got Lashley, you got Karrion Kross who's coming up. And Karrion Kross, that's another younger guy. And then you got Gable Steveson now. I just think this formula of, focusing on your homegrown stars so they not only stick around longer, but they could come from the WWE system. It's smarter because the indie darlings, in some way, they're not loyal wrestlers.
And they're stuck in their ways too.
Yeah.
We can ride with that one easily. Like they're very stuck in their ways because they've already fought in a whole bunch of places and they competed in a whole bunch of places. They feel like they could come here and stay that way and not try to expand on any other of the skill sets and the camera work and the character and the promo presence. Like they feel like they don't have to emphasize anything else because they already did Ring of Honor here and then went over there and the BTW. I don't know if they're still around.
I think they are. That commercial. Yeah, that commercial was bad low budget, yo.
Because they think that they feel like they can't come in. And I heard Triple H say one time, "We don't matter."
Nah, Triple H loves saying that.
They feel like because they have that on their resume, it matters more than here and just as much as. And no, when you come here, this is where you're a big star. You're here to be something large. You know what I mean? And in the home. Usually.
That's how I feel, honestly. Think about it over the last 15 years. Lesnar, Cena, Orton, Edge, John Morrison, Miz, these Dwayne Johnson, Bobby Lashley. These are guys that they started in WWE, ended in WWE for the most part, and they learned that system of be a larger than life all around entertainer. Yeah, they're great in the ring, but they mastered being their persona and they mastered storytelling, and you don't need to worry about them doing flips or doing a bunch of moves with no psychology that don't have no meaning or abusing a super kick because they can't think of no moves on the fly. They know who they are. They know the persona they crafted, and they know how to stick to it and work the crowd. And a lot of the indie darlings, I think that is well said. Not all of them, but most of them, they wrestle the same flavors: super kick, suicide dive. Let me jump off the rope and slam you on your neck, but kick out at a 1 count, but beat you with a weaker move. All these sloppy psychology based moves. Like if you do a power drive on somebody, they can't kick out at a 1 or 2 count that fast. Like it weakens the presence of the move. So those subtle elements, those indie guys don't have it as much. And I'm actually kind of happy because I think this is going to help WWE create stars at a more efficient rate. And I named a lot of guys. A lot of the guys that I named, some of the fresher guys, I think they could be stars. You see Damian Priest slowly gaining into his own. I think that Bad Bunny debut was good for him to get that name recognition. I think the fans are used to him now, so they're getting behind him easier. He got the great size. Drew McIntyre, he's taking a little step back to help him out. He's looking like he's mixing it in the mid card. You know, I like this trend of size. And I feel like fans, the casual fans that don't maybe watch wrestling every week, they like size too. And that's I think that's a part of what made those type of fans gravitate towards the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era. Size will at least get you to look at the screen or ask, who is this guy? Whereas if you're changing the channel and Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan, they're great. Their wrestling will keep you on the screen if you give it a chance, but their size ain't gonna bring your eyes to the